Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. Today is August 18th, and that means we are 2 months to the day away from when we do what, Sherri?
Our viewer cruise.
The LeggLife Viewer Cruise on October 18th out of San Diego, California on the Disney Wonder. And so we thought, you know what? 2 months away. A lot of you guys have been messaging us asking Adam and Sherri, is it sailing? Are you sailing? What's going on? Are there any updates? Well, today we're talking all about that.
If you've been around here for a while, you will remember that we originally booked a viewer cruise for September of 2020.
It was going to be our 15th wedding anniversary. We were actually supposed to leave on our 15th wedding anniversary. We thought, oh my gosh, this is perfect. We get to sail with all of you guys who've been asking to go on a viewer cruise with us. Yeah. And it could not have been better. We were like, this is the best.
Perfect.
And then what happened?
COVID.
And then a global pandemic happened. And we had to cancel the viewer cruise last year.
Yeah.
And we were considering about, okay, so when do we rebook it for? We thought about rebooking it for this past spring, and we thought, no, that seems a little too soon.
Yeah, let's go 13 months out.
But surely if we book it 13 months out, the world will be back to normal and we won't have to deal with any of this COVID stuff, right?
Well, I mean, that's what we thought.
So here we are. So we're just going to have a really honest conversation with you guys about this. The first thing we're going to kind of start with is the cruise sailing? And I want to be honest with you. A lot of you guys find us, about 80% of our audience finds us because of our Disney cruise content. Keep in mind, none of us have any insider information, right? All of us kind of have the same information. The stuff that's out there is largely speculation until Disney tells us.
Right.
The reality, Disney hasn't told us.
Disney has not given us that phone call.
And so, do we know if the cruise is sailing? We don't know.
I don't know.
It is still scheduled to sail, that's what I will say.
Right.
Our cruise has not been canceled.
Right.
There are a couple things as we look at the cruise that we wonder about. Oh, nice pun.
No.
The Disney Wonder. I didn't catch that. I wish I could say that was intentional. It was not.
Yeah.
The Disney Wonder is still on the East Coast. In order for our cruise to sail, they would have to bring it through the Panama Canal empty. They would have to do kind of those handful of California cruises, those Mexican cruises, before bringing it back to, presumably, the East Coast.
Right.
So, as of now, as best as we know, it is scheduled to sail.
It's scheduled. It has not been canceled.
Yep.
There is speculation online that they are returning crew members to cruise it through the Panama Canal.
Again, totally
All
speculation. Yep, all speculation. So, as best as we know, it's still scheduled to cruise. Fingers crossed, but honestly, we don't have any more information about that than you do.
Right.
Which leads us to the next question. Well, Adam and Sherri, if the Wonder is scheduled to sail, and this is a LeggLife Viewer Cruise, are you still sailing? Are you guys going? Let's talk about this.
Let's talk.
So, when we booked the LeggLife Viewer Cruise and rescheduled it for 2021, we had about 160 LeggLife viewers who were booked to cruise with us.
Right.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Because remember, that was like in the middle of a pandemic.
Right.
That people were booking this. Obviously, as we've gotten closer, a lot of people have canceled, and rightfully so.
Right, understandably so.
Completely understandably so. We have said that if the Wonder sails, we will sail. That's kind of been our statement all along. But then something happened earlier this year that sort of put that a little bit into play.
A little bit into jeopardy.
You guys know Sherri's health issues. The huge health situation that happened late last year, earlier this year. Yeah. Super scary, super serious, and it was a curveball to us, to say the least.
Right.
You're better.
I'm better.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
However, Sherri does have a compromised immune system. And so when we told Sherri's doctor about the viewer cruise, well,
she was not happy. She said, do you have to go?
Do you have to go? Can you cancel?
She didn't say you must not go.
Yeah. So here's so here's our plan. We're still booked. We are still planning on going.
Yeah.
It is still in our plans to go on the LeggLife Viewer Cruise. However, in the event that Sherri's doctor says that because of all the health stuff Sherri's gone through, because of the state of COVID and Delta and all of the other stuff going on, I don't think you should cruise. we would not put Sherri's health at risk to go on the cruise. We would listen to our doctor. She's the doctor and we're not.
Correct.
Right?
We have the Google and she has the actual like education.
Yeah, I have WebMD. She is an actual MD. And so we will listen to her because I think that's the wisest thing to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to go on this cruise.
Yes.
Still our plan. Do you want to talk about one more health thing with Sherri, kind of related to the doctor? So because of the cocktail of medications that you've been on for the last number of months.
The entire pharmacy.
Essentially, Sherri just walks in and they're just like, all right, here's everything.
It's going to take a minute. Hang on. We're going to ring this all up.
Your doctor, and we're going to be honest about this. This is, I know, a touchy subject. We're going to be very honest with it. Your doctor has not wanted you to be vaccinated because of all of the other things you've been on.
And because of the uncertainty of what it might do to my already, like,
crazy system.
Body.
Completely. I'm fully vaccinated. Sherri is not vaccinated.
Right.
However, the doctor has now basically given you the green light to get the vaccination.
Yes.
You are weaned off of
all of the medications except for my shot, which I will always be on.
Yep, except for the injections are the only thing that Sherri's still on, which is great. And so because of that, you're going to
get vaccinated.
Yep, like soon.
Yep.
Yeah. Within the next week is the goal to kind of start that process. So by the time the viewer cruise got here, Sherri would be fully vaccinated.
Yes.
As I mentioned, I already am. But it's important to us that we're keeping, ourselves and others and everybody around us, I don't know, kind of as safe as possible.
Right.
And so we just wanted to be honest with you guys with kind of our status on that, why Sherri hasn't been vaccinated. Again, a very personal choice, I know, for a lot of people. And so that's kind of where we're at on the vaccination, the health, medical front. Again, we sure hope we're able to cruise and that there's no more medical issues that would keep us from doing that.
Right.
Kind of want to transition into the next thing is if we go on the cruise, what does it look like? Because obviously the experience will be different.
Yes.
And so, yes, the Wonder is still scheduled to sail. Yes, we're planning on going as long as Sherri's doctor says you can't go. I will stop you at the airport. Right. She will tackle us at the airport if we try to go. But then the question is, okay, so we sail. What does it look like?
Right.
Because when we, remember, the viewer cruise was actually like your guys' idea, and it was an idea that we dismissed for a while.
Right, because we were just like, who's actually going to want to cruise with us? That's weird.
Like, you guys don't really want to go on vacation with us, right? But apparently a lot of you do. And so when we started talking about the viewer cruise, what made me really excited about it was you guys, and we say this a lot, you guys get to spend hours and hours with us. Right? You guys have seen our faces and heard our voices and know a lot about our life, but we don't get that with you.
Right. We just stare at ourselves.
We stare at ourselves in the screen. And so we were really excited about having 4 days where we got to sit with you and talk to you and hear your stories and give you hugs and just like gather together in groups.
All of us all meeting all together.
I had this dream about these midnight meetups in the lobby where we all order chicken strips from room service and meet in the lobby and just like hang out together. But the reality is that those kind of things won't be allowed to happen on the cruise.
Right, even if it does cruise and even if we are able to go, we will not be able to meet in groups.
Yep.
It's gonna look a lot different.
Yeah, and honestly, some of that has been, there's been like a little bit of grieving. I know for me in that because I had such an idea of what the viewer cruise would be in my mind, and I was so excited about that I've kind of had to let go of the reality of what it would be. And I'm sad about that. I'm gonna be honest. So
I am too.
Our hope is that if it cruises, we're still gonna be able to meet you guys. Just real talk, Sherri's probably not gonna be hugging a lot of people because of like compromised immune stuff. Right. So obviously,
social distance.
Me, I'll still hug everybody. Not true. Probably true, actually. Probably true. And so it will be a different experience, and that's just the reality of it.
Right.
But I think that's important to remember whether you're on the viewer cruise or any other cruise or really any experience in the world today.
Right.
It's going to be different.
It's going to be different.
It's going to look different. Expectations need to be appropriate for the changes that we're dealing with.
Yep.
So I know there's still a number of people booked on the viewer cruise. And our hope is that we get to sail and meet you and chat with you and talk to you and maybe sit with you in Cove Cafe in small little groups, or sit by the adult-only pool for 10 minutes at a time if we're allowed to.
Right.
Who knows? Or maybe we'll just have to arrange times to just like walk past each other. Hi, it's really nice to meet you. Good to see you. My name's Adam. This is Sherri. This is that kind of stuff. But we'll figure it out, right? If it sails, we'll figure it out. You guys will get to meet us. We'll get to meet you. Fingers crossed. I really didn't believe when we rebooked this thing.
13 months later.
I told Sherri before we started recording this video, what I want to be doing right now is making a video saying, you guys, it's 2 months away. Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're booked. Here's the meet and greets. Here's the activities. Here's the gifts. Here's all that. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. It's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But it's okay, because it's all going to work out.
We've had a few curveballs the last couple of years with COVID and with my
understatement.
Health stuff.
Understatement of the decade, a few curveballs. Yeah. So friends, that's the update. As best as we know, that's the update. Yep. The Wonder is still scheduled to sail. We hope that it does. We are still planning on going. We hope that we can. And again, the only thing that would keep us from doing that would be Sherri's health. And if we go, we're excited to meet you guys. It will just look different.
Yep.
It'll just look different. But I have seen on vlogs from people who have already cruised on the first few test cruises back, the most important thing still exists.
It's soft serve.
The soft serve ice cream machine.
Yep.
It's not self-serve soft serve. It's crew serve soft serve. And I just want to be served soft serve.
Soft serve.
That's all that matters.
Right.
All that matters. I haven't confirmed that there's banana yet. I do need to check that. So,
and if you can still do the swirl.
Ooh, the swirl, the combo?
The strawberry banana.
Delicious.
Or the chocolate banana.
I prefer just banana.
I know.
We are getting off topic a little bit. So friends, here's what I want to know in the comments below, because I know a lot of you guys were booked on the Viewer Cruise. A lot of you have been booked on other Disney cruises. Tell me where you are at when it comes to cruising.
Yeah.
Are you somebody who's like, nope, as soon as I can get on board, I'm going to sail? Are you somebody that's like, you know what, I want to be a little bit cautious. I'm going to kind of wait and see a little bit, maybe book for a little further out? Are you somebody that's like, you know what, I'm not going to book until things are back to normal? And here's what I will say. Wherever you're at on that, I get it.
Yep.
Like, this is a world where you have to do what is best for you, what is best for your family, and the choices you make are completely up to you.
And honestly, I feel like personally, I am all over that spectrum. Like, day by day. I'm like, there are days that I'm like, nope, I'm not cruising until everything's back to normal. And then there's days where I'm just like, get me on a ship right this second.
There's days that I'm like packing my beach bag in the morning, like, I'm gonna walk to San Diego.
We're going.
We're going. And I agree. And I think that's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
Is that we're all over the map and we're kind of figuring this out as we go. And so, yeah, I am gonna link down below. We made a video a couple months ago about the 2 things that we think everybody needs to pack for their next vacation, whether it's a Disney cruise or any cruise or anything. I'm going to link that down below because I think it's still as appropriate as it's always been.
Yes, I think so.
So friends, we love you guys. Thanks for being part of the LeggLife community. Thanks for being with us on this journey through viewer cruises and canceled viewer cruises and rebooked viewer cruises and uncertain viewer cruises and a second round of COVID and world global pandemic and everything else that we're doing. We love you guys. There's no YouTube community we would rather go through the craziness of the world with
This is true.
than you guys. We love you and we'll see you on the next LeggLife video.